Hey everybody, here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 3, Episode 1. Let's get into it. So it begins with Ray J and Princess, and they're doing a wedding photo shoot for a magazine. Ray is saying that him and Princess are bigger than better. They done iron out their issues, so they're excited to get, married. So of course you got Mama Sonia. She pulls Ray to the side and discusses a prenup and it's telling him, be smart. All of these arguments and issues that you guys have had, it would be smart for you to get a prenup because if things go left, you're protected. And Ray is like, listen, prenup is like planning for a divorce. I don't want to do that. And Sonya is just cautious and she's like, listen, there will be a prenup whether you like it or not. I'm like, Lord, she planning a divorce before they even get married. It's sad. And I feel like prenups, this is just me personally, because I'm not rich. You know, I feel like prenups is more so for rich people who have more, let me not say rich people, people who are, like, people who are like, like their net worth is like much bigger. Like they got properties, they got businesses. People like that, they're the ones that bring up like the prenup idea because they're the ones with the most to lose, So I can understand why Mama Sonia feels the way that she does, but at the same time, excuse me, Ray J is a grown man and he's gonna do what he wants to do at the end of the day. So now we get to Moniece and Fizz. They lived together temporarily because Fizz had a gas leak at his apartment building, so they are discussing boundaries. First of all, what the hell? They hairstyles. What the hell was Moniece's hair? She had this gray ass granny weave, and then it looked like her hair at the top don't even blend in with the granny weave. Like you know how some girls be having like they actual hair be nappy, but they weave be straight and it's not blended in. I know y'all seen that before. That's kind of how Monique's hair looked, but it's like the weave that she had was just terrible. And I'm like, why? You know who? I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example of who Monique looked like and reminded me of. Y'all ever seen Eve's Bayou? And Diane Carroll, she played a crazy voodoo lady who every time Eve did something, Eve would see her and Diane Carroll would be like, bad girl. Like the camera would zoom in and it would go, bad girl, and then she'd run away. And then when she went and she asked the voodoo lady to put voodoo on her father or whatever, that wig that she had on, that's exactly how Moniece looked. If you have not seen Eve Bayou, I recommend, because first of all, it's a good movie. Go watch Eve's Bayou. Diane Carroll is, I forgot her name in the movie, but you know who I'm talking about because she's a voodoo lady. So just, think about the voodoo lady. But that same hairstyle, that's the same exact hairstyle that Moniece had. And I'm like, why? Why? Why would you do this? Moniece has always been the one whose hair is always on point, even when it's not done. Like last season, she didn't have no weave in it, no barely any makeup, and her hair still looked nice. But what she got going on this episode, I was like, nah, B, nah, no, no. You need to take that weave. You need to take that weave out your hair, hang it up in the yard, and shoot it dead. That's what you need to do. That was terrible. And then Fizz, it's 2016. Nobody does the curly Gumby. I'm just saying. And then why your Gumby mad high? Like it's like he almost looked like Kid from Kid and Play, like the movies, the House Party movies. No, not House Party. Class Act. No, House Party 2. Class Act, House Party 1, and House Party 2. That's who he looked like. It's just that it's like his hair is up and then it's Zeke at the top. So it's like he got the flat top side Gumby thing. I was just like, these two look like a couple of buffoons. But whatever. So they start discussing Max and Brandy, and Moniece doesn't get along with either one because she feels like Brandy was wrong for attacking her motherhood or whatever at the reunion. And I mean, I do feel like Brandy should have minded her business because the conversation had nothing to do with her, and I just felt like she wanted to say something just to say something. But I mean, Moniece's motherhood has been attacked since she got on this show. You know, she's been painted as the deadbeat mother since season 1 of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So, you know, it is what it is. Um, Now we get to Miss Nikki Baby and Brandy, and she's having a kickoff party for her casual line, Slay Per Usual. And Nia and Shonda attend. Um, Tierra is there. Oh, that's why she said she doesn't get along with Max and Brandy, because she knew that Brandy and Shonda would be at the no. She knew that, yeah, she knew that Shonda and Brandy would be at the Mommy and Mimosas event that Nia is throwing, because Nia invited both of them. So, you know, that's when Moniece was like, she doesn't really get along with them for that reason. So, at the kickoff party, Nia and Shonda's there, Tierra's there, and they're talking about, you know, Moniece and her disrespectful rant. They throwing shots at each other on social media, and all kinds of craziness. So, you know, they're each like they're gonna deal with her at the brunch. You know, it's just we're either gonna come to a happy medium. We either gonna end it cordial, some apologies. We're gonna figure it out. So Shonda and Nikki are with Willie, and he's at one of Nikki's clubs. They rented out the club so that Willie could practice for his role in Chocolate City 2. I barely saw the first Chocolate City, and basically Chocolate City is like the black version of Magic Mike. You know, male strippers. You know, Robert Rashad was the main character in the first Chocolate City. Robert Rashad will forever be sexy to me. Like, he's been sexy since he was a child actor. He became hella sexy when he was on One on One with Kyla Pratt and Flex Alexander. Like, Robert Rashad is sexy. And then to add Willie from Day 26, first of all, if any of y'all are kind of, you know, low key, you know, freaky like me, and you've seen those hacked pictures of Willie pop up on the internet, yeah. There is a reason why, you know, I call him Sweet Willie. But, I mean, Willie is fine. Even when he was in Day 26, Day 26 was a fine group of brothers, but Willie was the finest. I'm jealous of you, Shonda, because we know what you working with. Moving on. So, he's practicing for Chocolate City 2. And, you know, things are great for them. They're living their dreams. It's like not really much of a struggle anymore. Like it was last season. Like last season, they had real life issues, but you know, they're a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more lax now. So like I said, they're living their dreams, and you know, Shonda is trying to focus on herself now, her own career, because she used to be a singer in the past or whatever, and she wants to work with this one producer named Blaze who made a pass at her, and Willie is very skeptical about it because you know, he did it before and she's eager to work with him again. So if he's done it before and she was married, what makes, you know, her think that he won't do it again? But I mean, at this point, you got to trust your wife. You can't really trust dude because dude is going to do what he wants to do, but you have to trust your wife. And I'm pretty sure Shonda is not going to step out and do anything to, you know, disrespect her marriage. Like, Shonda comes off to me as a very loyal chick, and I don't think that she would do anything. I mean, Willie, I mean, we know what you're working with, like I said. But anyway, so now we get to the Mommies and Mimosas brunch, and Moniece is not looking forward to seeing Brandy, but Brandy and Shonda arrive. Moniece is still offended by what Brandy said. Brandy is like, listen, I wasn't trying to, you know, downplay your motherhood. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I was coming from a passionate place. Moniece doesn't care because Moniece is like, you don't know my life. You don't raise my child. You don't know what I go through. So you shouldn't speak on something that you don't know. So Nia is trying to calm down the situation. And Moniece said that she feels attacked once again. But Moniece apologized, but she doesn't want Brandy's apology because she doesn't feel like it's gonna be genuine. So, they start going back and forth or whatever. Moniece is always feeling attacked. Moniece is always feeling like somebody's attacking her, like she's the victim. She always has this guard up. She's always on the defense. Like, it's just put the victim card down and just own up to your mistakes. I mean, I can't really say she made a mistake at the reunion or whatever, because I felt like at that moment they did attack her in a sense, but she's always feeling attacked when she makes situations worse than what they are. So now we get to Ray J and Princess, and they're custom wrapping cars or whatever, and they're in a better place. They're finally on the same page, but Ray is very skeptical to bring up the whole prenup thing, and Princess feels like, well, he brings it up to her. He brings it up to Princess, and Princess feels like his mother's in his head. And Princess told him flat out, I'm not signing no prenup. Like, that's planning for a divorce already, and that doesn't sit right with me, so I'm not signing it. So Ray J, his back is against the wall, and he's like, well, she's not signing it, so this is going to cause an argument between us. So now we get to Fizz and Nikki, and Fizz wants to figure out the status of their relationship. Nikki is like, she's exploring, she's young, she's single, she wants to have fun. Fizz wants to settle down and whatnot. They were exchanging keys or something, but he hasn't told her about living with Moniece, so he says he's gonna take baby steps. And I feel like, okay, Fizz, you want to be in a relationship, that's great, but each girl that you get with, you trying to make them wifey, and it's like they're not ready for all of that. Like, y'all are still young. Like, you have a ton of time to find somebody and settle down with them, and from what you and Nikki are doing, it seems like since season 1, you and Nikki have just been hanging out. Like, it's not a relationship. Y'all probably mess around from time to time. Y'all hang out, y'all party, y'all enjoy each other's company. But if nobody has flat out said, hey, we a couple, we together, then y'all are both, just like you were sampling last season, that's what Nikki doing this season. So it's like he's pushing too hard to make people, the stepmommy to his son. And it's like, calm down, dude. She's out there. Relax. So now we get to Soulja Boy, Fizz, and Willie, and they're catching up. Willie explains to them that he's very skeptical about the producer Blaze, but he is going to check out the situation between him and Shonda in the studio or whatever. Like, he trusts Shonda, but he doesn't trust the guy, which is what I said earlier. So now we get to Tierra, Nikki, and Moniece. Tierra wants to bring Nikki and Moniece together about the whole Rich Dollar situation. And basically, they felt like it was a misunderstanding, and that they all agreed that Rich was looking for a way out of the relationship, which I think was stupid, because if he really wanted to look for a way out of the relationship, he would have just left the relationship. Like, it's Rich Dollars we talking about. The dude who sleeps with any and everything, that has a vagina. So they come to a mutual understanding, but Moniece blurts out that Fizz is living with her. So Nikki is upset, but Nikki is like, I'll never let another chick see me sweat. So, Nikki is like, well, I don't, me and him are just friends or whatever. We just hanging out. I didn't know he was living with you. He didn't tell me. So Moniece is like, well, nothing is going down between me and Fizz. My monkey doesn't want his banana. All I want is a vial of his sperm. And I have baby fever. I want my kids to have the same dad. So Nikki is like, what the hell kind of conversation is this? And I'm like, yeah, where did this come from? Like, Moniece sounds crazy. Like, you don't want to be with Fizz, but you want him to be the father to your next child that you're going to bring up in this craziness. Like, you already got a child being brought up in this craziness. So you want to bring another baby into this craziness. Like, how about you chill? You already got a baby with him. Leave it at that and chill. Sit down somewhere. So Nikki says that she's going to confront Fizz about it. So Nikki and Fizz get together. She brings him a housewarming gift. And Fizz is basically confused about their relationship. Nikki is not okay with the situation of him living with Moniece. And he said that he's with Moniece temporarily because it was a gas leak at his apartment, and he kind of wanted to give his son a sense of family, mommy and daddy under the same roof. So he doesn't feel like a priority in Nikki's life, and he didn't feel like it was her business to know that he lived with Moniece because they're not exclusive. So she's like, well, you know what? I wanted to give you, your housewarming gift, and I want to give you this because Moniece said that she want to have your baby again. So she gives him a onesie. And I'm like, okay, Fizz, you felt like it wasn't Nikki's business to know that you were living with Moniece, but her and Moniece run in the same circle. So you didn't think that she was going to find out that Moniece lives with you. You didn't think that she was going to find out that y'all are living together, and she's gonna assume that something is going on. So she gives him a onesie, walks away, and she's like, listen, I guess whatever it is we had is over, and we'll move on. So they went their separate ways. Now we get to Shonda and Blaze, who's in the studio, and Willie coming to the studio, and it looked like he was checking up on Shonda. So Willie actually booked his own studio time, and he said they're in the same studio, but he's going to trust that Shonda is doing what she's supposed to do. So some girl named Kaisha comes to the studio, confronts Shonda, and tells Shonda about how Willie has been texting her, how her and Willie have been messing around with each other for years, and she shows her like a printout of the text and the pictures, and she says she dated Willie 12 years ago before Shonda. She claimed that he tried to leave Shonda when she was pregnant. So Shonda's like, okay, well, seeing as you're telling me all of this, Willie is in the same studio as me. We're gonna get him, and we're gonna confront him, and we're gonna get the story straight. And it basically ended there. Now this Kaisha chick is very random, came out of nowhere. Kind of feel like she's reaching for a storyline as well. And I'm already hearing that, yes, this is all just a storyline. She doesn't even know Willie like that. And if she does, she knows him from Chicago, and she's married with kids of her own and all this other stuff. So, I mean, who knows what the truth is? I guess we'll find out sooner than later. But how the episode ended was crazy. So, yeah. We'll see, what happens. But let me know how you felt about the season premiere. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.